Hello guys, and welcome back to Piofiore 1926. We're still with Nicola and he's just asked us for sexy time. But I hope we're not giving it to him because he has more important things to do, like saving Dante. Because there's quite some drama going on in Nicola's world.
Yeah, everyone's dying.
Henry's dead.
Mhm.
Visconti Manor gone. Oliver presumably dead. Loki sad because his father's dead. Gilbert said, Dante in jail, Leo hurt, and Dante's hurt. And my character has nothing better to do than bringing Nicola his espresso. Okay.
No,
Character, please.
You're back in the kitchen.
Let's hope Nicola steps it up. Nicola, I need you now. Nicola. Please. Oh, let's let him say it again.
ゆうべはそばにいられなくてごめん。ちゃんと眠れた？
I responded. Oh, wow. Did you? So, I have to make a save here. Do I die?
How can you die well? Did you sleep well? Maybe.
Did you sleep well, Nicola?
あんまりかな。朝方までギルバートに付き合っていたから。でも、普段からそんなに長く睡眠を取らないしね。寝起きは悪いけど。
So you finally admitted. A small smile escaped me. Seeing him smile in turn, I decided to tell him what was really on my mind. Oh, finally! Please don't push yourself too hard. I wouldn't want you to collapse from overwork.
忙しいし大変だけど、こうして君がそばにいてくれるから大丈夫。僕もまだしばらくは頑張れそう。
As much as I admired Nicola's dedication, okay, yeah, that is. It was sometimes painful to do nothing but watch. If only I could be more helpful to you.
エスプレッソを持ってきてくれたよね。
Wow.
Hit him on the head, character! Well, I suppose.
大変だったんじゃない？うちのキッチンに入るのは。
Is he making fun of me?
I'm not sure.
Oh, now that you mention it. It took a long time to convince Bartolo. He was determined to keep me from entering. He said that he could not have the master's future wife to be put to work like a servant. But Nicola wants me to do that. To be a servant.
Yeah.
My eyes twitching. Fucking Nicola. Nicola, do your job. I pleaded with him to let me through so that I could have prepared just 1 cup of espresso.
へえ、それはすごいね。バルトロと言い合って勝つなんて僕でも難しいのに。じゃあ、君が入れてくれたエスプレッソ、冷めないうちにありがたくいただこうかな。
With that, Nicola returned to his chair. He picked up the cup and drank his espresso, breathing a sigh of satisfaction. Just then, there was a knock at the door and I heard Leo's voice from outside. Leo, finally!
お客さんです。情報屋らしいんですけど。
It's even better. It's Loki too.
ああ、もう来たんだ。どうしていいよ。
Loki. The door opened somewhat reservedly, and Loki stepped into the room. His face looked paler than usual, as though he was under the weather. Oh no, my baby!
ニコラに頼まれてたこと調べた。
Loki noticed me and paused, but Nicola silently urged him to continue with his eyes.
まず、昨日の火事のことだけど、目撃者は見つかってない。
Young is limping, and no one saw him!
Yeah. Really?
そう。ありがとう、オルロック。
I couldn't refrain from asking. Oh, look, are you feeling alright? You don't look well at all. You seem to be doing even worse than before.
オルロック、何かあるなら相談してほしいな。君とは短くない付き合いなんだし。
Shouldn't you have noticed, Nicola? At least my character cares for Loki. Everyone else is obviously... But Loki looks pale. Shit's going down, okay?
Yep.
Loki was quiet with hesitation, averting his eyes for a moment before he spoke.
お世話になってた人が死んだ。殺された。
I didn't think he would tell us outright.
その人はこの町の人じゃない。俺はずっとブルローネにいたから。だから亡骸も見てないけど。
It's Theo!
死んだのは本当らしい。犯人もまだわからない。
Loki.
君が本気で探そうと思えば見つけられるんじゃない？
だけど見つけてもどうすればいいのかわからない。
Revenge.
復讐したい？
わからない。今はただすごく悲しくて。
Character, he needs a hug too! Character, stop standing there! I don't know, this character. I would have hugged them all. I don't care. Nicola, you are getting your sexy time anyways all the time, okay? But look at them, they're all so sad.
なんだか変な感じ。
No, please, I'm gonna cry. Loki seemed on the verge of tears, but he gave a weak smile.
二人に話しても何の解決にもならないし、教えても意味がないって思ってたから、今まで言わなかったのに。だけど、言ってみたら、少しだけ気持ちが軽くなったような気がする。
He needs a warm drink. Sitting down and rest. Come on, character, do something. Character.
Yeah, anything.
Nicola gave a gentle smile as he spoke to Loki in a kind voice.
それで君ちゃんと眠れている？
Nicola, was that the page out of my book asking a stupid ass question? No, he hasn't! His dad is dead!
And Nicola's just like, huh? Can we bang now?
うん、普通に。
食事は？
食べた。昨日パンを。
どう思う？
Loki needs food! And he needs it now!
And also, Olak, you eat only bread and water.
I think you're not eating enough.
Huh?
It sounds like you haven't eaten since yesterday, and even then it was only a piece of bread.
でも大丈夫。いつもそうだから。
No, you're growing, Loki. You're just a baby. Nicola looked at each other and nodded.
オルロック、今日はこの後何か予定が？
特には。
そう。バルトルに伝えてくれる？今日の夕食はお客様が一人増えるって。
I will let him know right away.
俺そんな。
I quickly darted out of the room before Loki could refuse. Piofiore was standing at attention by the living room, so I let him know about our guest. Standing alone in the room, in the corner.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
Standing at attention, but no one is in the living room. Isn't it smarter to standing at attention, closer to Nicola's room?
かしこまりました。
It's like sleeping on the napkin.
Mm-hmm.
Piofiore?
少し驚きました。あの方はこの屋敷をあまり好んでおりませんから。ほとんど寄りつきませんでしたし、当然ご友人を招いたこともなかった。
Well, it's very lively here now. I see.
些細な変化ではありますが、私には何か少しめで。
I'm sure having dinner with everyone will be a nice change of pace for Nicola. I'll help prepare the.
いけません。
but Julia has
No.
been teaching me her recipes.
関係ございません。
Oh, but are there enough people here to help?
考えがありますので、ご心配いただかなくて結構です。
And with that, Bartolo quickly strode away. Ah, wait, Bartolo!
No.
Intuition. Intuition? Oh, it's Nicola.
Hmm.
After Leo left?
Well-
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Also, who should be left alive at this point? After Leah left, I waited for Oleg to gather his thoughts before asking him to continue with the report.
例の噂。ファルツォーネの悪評の出どころはカジノでまず間違いないと思う。
Oh no! Anyways.
なるほどね。まあ、納得かな。
In addition to having Oleg investigate the incident behind the attack on the Visconti, I asked that he also gather information regarding Dante's arrest and find the rumors being spread about the Falsone.
あそこは国営カジノだし、政府や死刑の息がかかっているということかも。とはいえ。
Okay, Nicola is jumping on the train again.
あの場所を使うために歴代のディレットーレには相当な額を支払ってる。今だって例外じゃない。何か個人的な恨みがあるのか、それとも単なる金目当てなのか。
Ooh, Nicola, good one!
ニコラ。
ん？
昨日カジノのスタッフが数名殺された。その中にディレットーレもいる。
Sorry, Henry.
ちょうどビスコンティで火事が起きる少し前。国営カジノの中で起きた不祥事だから隠蔽しようとする動きもあるみたいだけど。
Even if the casino, the directora, was the source of the rumors, determining his motives after death would be fertile.
Futile.
それと
Futile, yeah.
もう一つの調べ物。
The Theo, guess.
Yeah. I took the folded paper that Oleg handed to me and quickly read over its contents.
オルロック。
はい。
I pointed to one of the names on the list and asked him,
この議員についてもう少し調べられる？あ、いや、これはさすがの君にも荷が重いか。
できると思う。少し時間をもらえれば。
できる。
I have my suspicions, but I was quite certain now that Oleg was no ordinary informant. First figure that one out now. Like, really? The person I asked him to look into was a prominent government official in Rome, Raoul. The person who had no doubt taken a great length to hide what he didn't want others to know. Remaining ignorant of Oleg's own background had its risks. But I didn't have the luxury of choice now. I decided to trust my instincts.
頼んだよ、オルロック。
It's definitely Raoul.
Oh, wait, Bartolo? I tried my best to convince him, but he would have none of it. I once again suffered defeat against the formidable Bartolo. At the dinner table, Loki looked as nervous as a stray cat who had been brought into a strange place.
お待たせしました。料理ができましたよ。
The fuck? When did you show up?
Well, there's no one else at the manor. What should you do?
Julia? You're here?
ええ、バルトロから連絡がありまして、お客様が増えたので、今夜は手伝いに来てくれないかと。
But I asked whether I could help him. Ah, I could see now that Bartolo was strangely confident despite the number of dinner guests. A variety of dishes were brought to the table. The minestra maritata had pork, zucchini, celery and more in a rich savory broth, the food show again. The ravioli was stuffed with cheese and ground lamb, covered in a flavorful tomato sauce, simmered with oregano and basil.
こいつはうまそうだ。夕食の時間に間に合ってよかったぜ。
ありがとうございます。お口に合えばいいんですが。
All the kill figures are here. Interesting. Kill seemed to be completely recovered from his hangover after last night. The look is surprised face. Noticing that Loki was frozen in place, Leo tilted his head as he helped serve the dishes.
どうかしましたか？ジュリアンの料理は最高なんで遠慮せずに食べてください。
Those two are just too cute together.
俺、
このカジキのブラーチェ。炭火焼きなんですけど、すごく美味しいです。そら豆のピューレもバッチリ合うんで。
レオ、オルロックが困っているよ。
あ、すみません。つい。
All the cool people are here. Only missing Dante, who gets tortured while we are having food, guys.
Look at all of them. It's like one big happy dysfunctional family.
It is a dysfunctional family. What's happening? Watching the scene play out in front of me brought a smile to my face. Dante's getting tortured, guys. Come on. Oh, Nicolas really considerate, isn't he? It's very sweet.
けど、前にダンテさんが言ってましたよ。ニコラさん、昔はやんちゃだったって。
A rascal! A rascal! That's hard to mention.
武勇伝とか聞きました。小さい頃はよく町の子と喧嘩して怪我して帰ってきてたって。
Nicola?
ああ、そんなこともあったね。
Nicola chuckled at Leo's comment. I looked at Nicola's face for a moment. There was something about his smile that I couldn't quite put my finger on. It's full of bullshit.
さあさあ、冷めないうちに食べてくださいな。おかわりもたくさんありますから。
But I want to hear the story, Julia. Fuck off!
ありがとう、ジュリア。
As Nicolas thanked Julia, his smile seemed to be back to normal. I must have been seeing. No! He doesn't want you to hear the story. I want to hear Leo, fast, tell me. I cleared my mind and went right into dinner with our full table of guests. After dinner, Nicola and I went back to his room to spend some time together. Super. I said to save Dante, not sexy time, Nicola. He made sure to not be distracted by work so he could give me his undivided attention. But we're in bed again. The lack of sleep from last night must have caught up with him, and he eventually nodded off. I opened my eyes and looked around the room. Nicola? Nicola was already dressed and sitting at his desk. Oh, we had our sexy time already. He seemed to have woken up some time ago. Seeing me get up, he gave a gentle smile.
君は寝ていていいんだよ。
But... Okay. Nicola walked over to the bed again and sat himself down next to me. He was still holding some documents in his hand.
君が眠れるまでおしゃべりでもしようか。
About what? He thought for a moment, looking me in the eye.
君が聞きたいことなら何でも。希望は？
Why is there always so much bullshit with you?
There's nothing else but bullshit with me.
I want to know about the rascal thing at least. Why are we not saving Dante? Well, I want to hear more about when you were little. Yeah, we're going back to Nicola wakes up on the heron's lap. He's surprised that he actually fell asleep in front of someone. It was the thing with Dante crying.
Oh. I had a hiccup.
Super. That's what I needed. Nicola moaning.
Are you sure? Ah, that one.
Oh man. Oh, you're awake, Nicola?
Her face was right upon mine.
そうか。僕は膝枕をお願いして、そのまま寝てしまって。
I managed to suppress my unsettled feelings.
Did you have a good rest?
うん、ありがとう。
I smiled as I slowly sat up again.
ごめんね、付き合わせて。冷えたんじゃない？
Not at all. It's very nice out today.
本当に？
I was about to confirm with a touch of her cheek. But for some reason I hesitated and took her hand instead.
こんなに手が冷えてる。ごめんね。サロンで何か温かいものを飲もうか。
Yeah, my fingers are cold as shit.
Thank you.
Were her cheeks flustered because of the cold or because of something else?
まさか本気で寝るなんて。
Not since I was a child had anyone seen me asleep.
ああ、そうだ。眠る前は子供の頃の話までして。今まで誰にも話したことはなかったのに。
I haven't even shared how I felt about it with with Dante.
With my
with my
Dante.
Yeah, with my Dante.
Nicola?
Leah looked at me with in a curious way, and I responded to her in the best smile I could.
ごめん、ぼーっとしていた。まだ少し寝ぼけているのかもしれない。何が飲みたい？カフェラテかな？ホットミルクもいいね。君のリクエストなら僕が作ってあげる。
I gave myself a stern reminder as I led her towards the saloon. He's so fucking fake, I'm sorry.
この子に情を移さないようにしないと。
Yeah, that's his thing.
Being fake. Why do people like this fucker?
I don't know. Well, I want to hear more about when you were little.
前にも話したことがなかったっけ？
I remember
Well.
that you told me about the time you and Dante were abducted, but Leo mentioned earlier that you used to be a rascal when you were little. Yeah, tell me that. That really surprised me.
それはね、大人になれば落ち着くものだよ。誰だってそうだと思うけど。
Of course, but thinking about his childhood made me remember another thing. Say, Nicola. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but when Bartolo mentioned Vittoria, was he talking about your mother?
その話はあまりしたくないけど、君に言わないわけにもいかないか。
Nicola closed his eyes and took a deep breath.
君の言う通り、ビットーリアは僕の母の名前。もうすぐ命日なんだ。バルトロは僕が墓参りに行くよう釘を刺したんだよ。昔は仕事を詰め込んで行かないようにしていたこともあったから。
I see. I heard your mother passed away when you were still a child.
そうだよ。僕が殺した。
Excuse me? Nicola? What? Seeing that I was speechless, Nicola continued.
どうしてこんなこともできないの？
The fuck? Did you just slap my boy?
No,
Bitch.
she's a bitch.
言われる前にやりなさいっていつも言っているでしょ。
No, baby, Nicola.
あなたがそんなだから私は。
ごめんなさい、ママ。
Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Whew.
いいのよニコラ。賢いあなたならどうして私が怒ったのかわかるわよね。
He takes after his mother. She's also manipulative. Look at the sentence she's putting there.
僕が 言うこと聞かないから。
Wow.
そうよ。私はあなたのためを思って言っているの。本当はこんなことしたくないの。だけど、ニコラのことが大事だから厳しくするのよ。
I figured out when Nicola is fucked up, his mother is a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
それもこれも全部、あなたをカッポにするため。
Capo? Cake.
大丈夫。私が絶対にあなたをカポにしてあげる。ファルツォーネを継ぐのはあなたなのよ、ニコラ。
Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was confused by the colors now. My mother was a troubled person. She demanded absolute compliance, but her orders would change with every mood. Is she bipolar? She always said everything was for my sake, but if I tried to talk to her, she wouldn't hear it. Well, she could also just be crazy. I felt very sorry for her. After my father died, she had no one else to cling to but her son. Perhaps that was the reason she was so desperate that I become the boss of the family. I could hardly blame her for it. After all, my father himself died because he had lost the battle in succeeding the position. Even so, my mother crossed a line. What? What line? Before long, she had begun deceiving a plan to assassinate Dante.
Devising. Assassinate Dante? Rude.
Oh boy. The way I found out about it was quite simple, you asked. One day, she told me that she had gathered accomplices to kill him for my sake. She was so calm as she said it. Oh boy, this is...
I figured out when Nicola is fucked up. Here we go.
Uh-huh. By then, I already saw Dante as the rightful successor, and I had no intention of becoming leader myself. If I did nothing, it could mean Dante's death. I wanted to protect him. I didn't want my mother to become a murderer. So I came to a resolve of my own.
ねえ、シルビオ。
Is he telling it to Silvio? No, no, no.
That's bad. Dante and I were under his
Tutelage.
tutelage. What the fuck? Okay. Back then, each of us learning about the family's business. It was only natural that I would talk to him about what was on my mind. Only now could I see how foolish I
Oh
was.
no.
僕のお母さんとダンテを会わせてあげることってできないかな。僕、ダンテは将来立派なカポになると思うんだ。だから、ダンテはすごいんだよって見せてあげられたら、お母さんも安心するんじゃないかと思って。
Silvio's response was simple. He smiled and agreed. A few days later,
ただいま帰りました。
I felt my muscles tensing, as they always did when I returned home. Her mere presence was unusual enough to make me withdraw and feel less like myself. She was usually in the living room around this time, so I braced myself as I turned the corner. That was when I discovered my mother covered in blood.
ニコラ、誰か人を許さない、シルビオ。
Holy shit.
Huh.
Wait a second. Holy shit! Silvio killed Nicola's mother. I mean, she was crazy, but still.
Yeah, that was.
Oh my god, look at Nicola. He looks dead in the
Well, also
eyes.
probably terrified, I would say.
My god. Baby Nicola is cute though.
Everything made sense at that moment. I saw my mother extend her bloody hands to me. Silvio probably knew what I wanted to tell him. That Dante was the one who should carry the family name. That Victoria still wanted me to become leader, and that she needed to be convinced of it. He read between the lines precisely.
Nicola's fucked up because of Silvio? Silvio. He is in the Theo corner now. Because he's also the one who upsetted Henry. I knew there was something up with the Silvio guy who couldn't be so good. Thanks, Loki, for getting rid of him.
Yeah. Perhaps he had already known for some time, and what I said was only solidified his suspicions.
殺してやるわ。あの子も。
Is that the good night story you tell your lover? I'm just saying! What?
As her consciousness slowly faded away, she was still full of anger rather than regret.
ニコラ、おねがいい子だから。
I stood there in silence. I stood there listening to her pleas. I simply looked on as my mother's hand fell to the floor.
彼女が生き延びれば、いずれ必ずダンテを殺すと思った。
Holy shit. I mean, I already predicted we get all the childhood stories, but holy shit.
Yeah, he had a particularly good one.
Shit.
Happy memories.
Okay.
すごく悩んだよ。思うところがあったとはいえ、彼女は僕の母親だから。けど、助けを呼びに行くことはできなかったな。ただ、これは僕の言葉が招いた報いなんだって。そう。
I couldn't say anything even though Nicola's story has ended. No, I can't say anything either. I didn't know such a thing happened between Nicola and his mother. Nicola wanted to save both Dante and his mother. But the reality made it impossible. In trying to resolve the situation, he had unknowingly caused his mother's own death. Silvio. Because he spoke about it, however, vaguely. Could it be? I remember what happened last year. The reason why Nicola took action without telling anyone was because of what happened in his past?
Wow, is she the bright one?
Maybe his thinks that sharing information could lead down a similar path. What should I say? I don't know. I was so caught up. Okay, yeah, no, of course the first one. Nicola, it wasn't your fault. I made sure that my voice was clear as I said it.
でも、僕の言葉がきっかけになったのは間違いないと思うよ。
I didn't know Silvio or what kind of leader he was. Obviously not a good one.
Bad.
He was a powerful mafia boss. Would he have really been so influenced by the child's ideas? None of us would ever know the truth. Which was why I didn't hold back. You didn't do anything wrong, Nicola. I know you didn't do anything wrong.
根拠なんて何もないくせに断言するんだね。
I know it in my heart. That's the evidence. Nicola smiled a bit.
これは昔話だ。母もシルビオももういない。ダンテはカポになって僕は彼の右腕をしている。それだけで満足なのに。僕は悪くないって君がそう言ってくれるのは 結構嬉しいものだね。
He needs a hug, character. At least hug your boyfriend. Nicola. Nicola smiled at me gently.
ごめんね。ね、物語にはふさわしくなかった。
Nah, now I'm awake. No, thank you for telling me about it. He gave me a tender kiss on the forehead, then looked down to read the documents in his hand. I slowly closed my eyes. You can close your eyes now? Knowing that I would no longer be able to sleep. Okay.
母親のことなんて久しぶりに思い返した。
Son.
I have no intention of telling Leah about her. I honestly didn't want to remember those days.
やんちゃだったか。
I remember how wide-eyed Dante would be. Then how about go get him? Whenever he noticed my bruises, I would tell him another tale of victory.
Oh my god, it was his mother. His mother was beating him!
Yeah, I told her. She was probably a bitch. How I was able to beat the other kids all on my own. I would never say they were from my mother.
ジュリアとかはきっと気づいていたんだろうな。
I had a feeling this would be a bad one.
A few days passed since I began staying at the Francesca Manor.
今日はファルツォーネに行ってくる。せっかくの週末を君と過ごせないのは残念だな。
Well, Gilbert is here.
あ、そうだ。今日は広場で何か催しがあるんじゃないかな。レオと少し街を見てきたら？
I'm going on a date with Leo. Are you sure?
もちろん護衛は必要だけどね。人の多い場所に限るけど、たまには気分転換しておいで。
Nicola suggested at breakfast that I go out. Leo would be picking me up sometime this evening. I wonder what I could do to pass the time until you arrive. Not cry, because I'm trying here. Oh, the hospital.
いいですか？何度もお伝えしていますように、掃除など使用人の仕事です。どうか何もなさらないでください。
Piofiore found me cleaning around the manor and was giving me a good scolding. But there's nothing else to do.
でしたら、コーヒーをお出ししますから、お菓子でも召し上がっていてください。
That's not what I meant. Despite the misunderstanding, Piofiore somehow forced me back into the living room. Having been thwarted once again, I decided to read while I waited for Leo. I'm going to defeat Bartolo one day. Plaza was bustling and lively with food stalls and people all over the place. It's asking
ず
for
っと
trouble.
屋敷にいるのは退屈でしょうし、今日くらいは羽目を外して楽しみましょう。
Leo's here. Thank you, Leo. We walked through the crowd and suddenly a thought came to mind. Say Leo, about Nicola. He's very serious when it comes to work, isn't he? My sudden question seemed to catch Leo off guard.
そうなんですかね。才能もあると思いますけど、ニコラさんって大体何でもできますよね。英語は完璧だし、フランス語も少しできるらしいし、体も鍛えてるし、銃の腕前はもちろん、ナイフの扱いだってうまいし。あ、前にちょっと指導してもらいましたけど、ああ見えて素手でも強いですよ。俺と他の構成員の3人がかりでもかなわなかったです。
Leo could beat up Nicola. I see. He must have been doing his best ever since he was just little. I wonder if all of this just comes naturally to him. No, I don't feel it does. Leo? Just as I was about to ask him another question, drama is incoming. Huh? Leo? Where did you go? Leo was right beside me just now, but all of a sudden he was nowhere to be found. It seems we were separated in the crowd. We couldn't be that far apart, but it was hard to find him with all the people around me. What should I do?
Got panic.
As I wandered around in search of him, I bumped into someone by accident. It's Theo. He had been walking erratically and was glaring at me with a red face, or someone is drunk.
てな何つったってんだねじゃ
I'm sorry, I was
Wait.
just looking for someone. The man seemed to grow more enraged by the second.
I know
う
that
ちの
voice.
妹が悪かったね。謝るよ。
Oh, man.
Oh, my douchebag sensor was tingling.
Yeah, I told said Theo's gonna come. And he's wearing something different. He has different clothes on.
That is not helping.
Yeah, and he also called me my little sister.
Which is probably true.
Yeah,
It's not gonna make it better.
yeah.
Ugh.
Before I knew it, Theo moved in between us to protect me.
保護者連れかよ
The man was still angry, but he turned around and walked away. Theo looked back at me with a disappointed expression.
危なっかしいな。ほら、端に寄りなよ。
Character don't trust him is evil! Give me back my Dante, bitch! Theo pulled on my hand and led me out of the crowd to the edge of the plaza. He wasn't wearing his usual black robe. I already noticed that character. He looked like an ordinary young man in those clothes. I almost hadn't recognized him. I would recognize him. You don't recognize your own brother, character! Thank you. You saved me. And the episode is starting!
と
No.
はいえ、あの酔っ払いが兄弟だって信じてくれてよかったよ。
You mean the one that is true? We do look similar, so he must have had no reason to doubt it. Not just our hair color, but even your eye color and mine are similar. Oh, but your eyes are much prettier than mine, especially since they're different colors.
Hold the fuck up. Your eye color.
It's the green one, green bluish one that he's hiding under his hair. She means that one. Not the orange one. The hair color though.
Well, doesn't probably.
I've always admired them ever since we met. Oh my god, character, don't give him a compliment, he's evil. She looked away without saying anything. I knew we weren't well acquainted, but I felt a sort of familiarity with him. Seeing him react this way made me wonder if I went too far.
今日は君一人で来たの？
No, I'm not that stupid, but Leo is gone. No, I was just with someone, but I lost him.
じゃあ、そいつと合流できるまで付き合うよ。
Thanks. A hush fell over us, and before I could think of anything else to say, Theo spoke.
何？いつもと違う格好だから驚いた？
Super. Well, I suppose that's part of it. I wondered if it would be alright to say, but I made it up in my mind to continue. You called me your little sister back then. I don't have any siblings, so it was sort of nice. When I was growing up at church, a lot of the others were actual siblings. I used to envy them back then, how they had each other. Oh, but I did grow up with a friend who was like a sister to me even to this day. But still, I used to wonder what it would be like to have a brother who would take care of me sometimes. Character! You're in danger! Wee, danger zone! Stranger danger! He was listening to me intently, but gave no indication that he would respond at all. Seeing him in plain clothes made me forget that I was talking to a priest until now. Oh,
よかった。
it's all your fault, Leo! You left me with the crazy! Leo swam through the crowd with haste until he managed to reach us.
すみません。はぐれちゃって。
No need to apologize, I got lost myself too. I turned to introduce Theo, but he had already disappeared.
Oh, good. Away with him.
Prepare. Oh, we're nearly at chapter 4. Might as well play until chapter 4.
Okay.
必要な情報はオルロックが掴んでくれた。おかげで作戦の精度が上がる。
Our men were already on the move. The plan's success hinged on the jobs in Rome, and Bari being carried out simultaneously. Bari?
It's a city.
Oh, okay. As I looked down on the list, I found myself praying.
祈るなんて柄でもないけどね。
Ah,
I turned to introduce Theo, but he had already disappeared. Well, he did say he would only wait until I found Leo. I wish I could have thanked him again. No. He's
Oh.
evil. Be happy
Yeah.
he didn't kill you.
Yeah.
Night had arrived.
Oh, banging.
Hearing that Nicola had just returned, I went to his room to see how he was doing.
どうぞ。
Oh, Jesus. Welcome home, Nicola.
No, that's not
ただい
Jesus.
ま。どうしたの急に。構ってほしくなった？
Well, I missed you and wanted to talk to you a while.
今日は随分素直だね。
Is that a problem? There's not everyone who lies, mister.
Mm-hmm.
Nicola looked momentarily surprised, but stood up and walked towards me.
でも嬉しいよ。
Nicola's mother held my cheek in his hand as his face approached mine. Just as our lips were about to touch, the phone rang. Yeah, really. You should get that.
本当は無視したいけど、大事な連絡だと困るしね。仕方ない。
Nicola sighed as his hand left my cheek to pick up the receiver. Though I couldn't hear anything from where I stood, I could see Nicola's expression harden. After a few minutes, he quietly set it down.
ごめんね。急な仕事が入った。今から出かけてくるよ。
Oh no, something is wrong with Dante.
多分遅くなるから、君に構うのは明日にさせてくれる？
Oh, of course, I understand. Be careful, Nicola. Nicola picked up his hat and took his leave. I wanted to tell him that I ran into Theo again, but it would have to wait for now. I could only guess what Nicola was told on the phone just now, but judging by his expression, things did not bode well, and I began to feel a knot in my stomach. Oh God.
I quickly made my way to the church.
Did Jan
Church?
kill Sister Sophia?
Maybe?
Wait.
やあ、ニコラ・フランチェスカ。君と話がしたい。無理にでも時間を作ってくれないかな。
It's just Theo.
Yeah,
Theo being Theo.
that's fine.
教会で待ってるよ。君にも、鍵の乙女にも、俺は危害を加えるつもりはない。
For now.
だけど、君が拒否するつもりなら、教会の人間がどうなっても知らないよ。
Cool.
I arrived at the church to find the door shut, so I kept moving towards the back. In the garden leading to the cemetery stood a still shadow underneath the moonlight. I took a breath before calling out to him.
やあ、教会には警護をつけている。君のような部外者が立ち入って、彼らが今もまだ動いていないのはおかしい。
邪魔されるのは嫌いなんだ。彼らが動く前に、俺の方で対処した。殺してはいないよ。おとなしくしてもらってるだけ。
I assigned more than enough soldiers here. This kid in front of me actually took them all down by himself.
君は一体。
俺のことなんてどうでもいい。それより、例の件だ。まだなのか？意外と思い切りが悪い男なんだな、君は。
Tell me what? Dude. Character. Nicola.
No. What the hell?
More lies. Maestoso. Tja. Yeah?
Yeah,
Shit is going down.
it was kind of heavy.
The Nicola sad story is a bit much for me. Yeah. The Nicola
Mhm.
roller coaster continues.
Yep.
But thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye bye.